Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It's not financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. Right. Crude oil inventory report at 11 this morning, so I'll set that aside. We are in a short trade on crude, second of the morning. First trade was a full loss, 19 tick risk, so we're down 38. Just missed target one. Target one is worth 16 ticks. Soybeans has gone too far. YM, whew, all kinds of things going on. Was in a short, now in a long. That's going to be, yep, that's big enough. Micro NQ is in break even. Pound Aussie's in a short trade. That was a get in sync, and it is currently short. Crude, one tick away from the stop, still short. The lion with a get in sync long. The long triggering takes the short off the table. There is a squeeze zone short that is filtered out. Market just opened and the long trade stops out. Crude starting to turn down again. There is a YM short. Wasn't looking at that, but you should be in that trade with a couple of bars there. Money management, and don't think it got target one. Trailer at 233. There's target one. $31 ticks to target one. This will be a one and done. And another stop move down to 221. Short trade on the micro Russell. And that blows through money management. Money management roughly there. Probably going to be down a tick or two. Probably 2 ticks. I think the way it's been going this morning. Yep, 3 ticks down. But it made it anyway. Made target 3, so that's a win for trade number 1. Target 1 on crude. So that will, now let's see, that's going to take some work. We were down 38. What was 1 worth on this one? 16. Have another 26 at target 2. It'd be 42 and will be 4 ticks positive for a positive session. Unleaded still with 1 full loss. Pound Aussie now testing the 200 EMA again. YM came back up and stopped out, so it is done. So that's where we'll put unleaded is up over the YM. Q. Nothing doing there. It was headed down before market open and still headed down. Probably a case of a valid trade. No telling for sure without looking at it. There is a short trade, or a long trade rather, excuse me. That's still a little early. We got another 20 seconds to go for our start time. We'll wait 4 minutes after market open. Target 4 on Micro Russell and trailing just stopped out. Micro NQ with a long trade. That hit stop and then the entry, so that should be a good trade. We'll track that manually. Soybeans is still short. Actually, we use add-ons, so that is a short that is valid. Yeah. You don't realize it, but that actually is a 14 tick trade to target 1. That's actually a pretty good sized trade. Short on soybeans. The YM is done. Unleaded is flat. Big a loss did we take on that early? Lots of time to have gotten in that, so no way to get away from it. Risk was 52, so we're down 104. And what is Micro NQ going to do? We are in the add-on green, that dark green short that I have marked up, and we get a stop out on Micro NQ. So loss on trade number 1. Pound Aussie still short. It'd be convenient if we remained in that purple short trade, so we can pick up the trailer when we get to target 1. Take this one on top. And a short trade on Micro NQ. Yeah, we definitely would have gotten in sync on that long trade. So that one, unfortunately, is going to be a loss. This is a little bit larger than normal trade on the short side. I think we're not big enough to move target. Nope. Target 1 still less than our normal target 2. Soybeans at the entry. Pound Aussie testing the 200 EMA again. Short on the micro NQ, flat on micro Russell. Short on crude, and flat on unleaded. And there is target 2 on crude. That will complete the crude session. $42 ticks on that trade. After a 38 tick loss with a 4 tick win, we'll move on to the 10 o'clock session. Since the inventory report is not until 11, we will do the 10 o'clock session. Money management on micro NQ. Stop comes to 586 flat. Well, Aussie taking a great deal of heat. Getting close to the stop there. Stop at 931. Got about under 3 pips. Looks like it's been inside it, well inside it too. All right. Same. Crude is done. Micro NQ trying to push down. Pound Aussie less than a pip from the stop. Still short. Micro NQ with target 2 and now trailing. So there's our next goal, target 3. Trailing at 556 and a quarter. And Pound Aussie does stop out. Soybean still right at its short entry. Unleaded is flat. Crude is done. That was a fairly good sized loss. 22 pips, down 110 on 5-position trade. Unleaded with a long trade. Micro NQ with a long trade. Set up, not triggered yet. That'll be a, and we did stop out at 56 1/4. There's stop before hitting an entry, so the trade is still valid until we get a crossover. Short trade on the micro Russell. It just touched the entry, it looks like. And came back through, so we are in the trade. That gray target 1 tells me it's less than 10 ticks. Yeah, it's just 9 ticks, so we got to move 5 ticks to get to money management. Short trade does cancel the long. It's going to be 74.5. Yeah, looks like we just missed it by a tick. Short on the micro NQ. This is trade number 2 there. Actually, trade number 3. Loss a win. And we're in trade number 3. That's target. That's not the entry. There's target 1. And our goal, first actionable target, target 2, and we are at break even. We hit target 1 for money management. 535 flat for break even stop. Like we did get, yeah, we got money management on the micro Russell. So that will come to 75.8 for the stop. We're getting very, very close to that. That would be an intra-bar stop out. We got 7. And stopping out for break even. So a win and a break even. A loss, a win, and a break even on the micro Russell, micro NQ. All right, we are still in the short trade, looking for money management at 1039 flat. Actually, that's target 1 and money management. Unleaded taking some heat on that trade. Soybeans touching the session low. See if it's going to set a new one. It already did set one just a few minutes ago, before that little pullback. get down to target 1, we can pick up that trailing indicator from the actively tracked trade. We're in the add-on afterward. The trade the system is in was too early. Actually, that was before 7 o'clock. Triggered in just after about 7:10 or so. It's like crude trade hanging in. We're done with it since it's through target 2. And back to the soybeans entry again. We're flat on micro Russell and micro NQ. I need to mark up this unleaded long. It's just the second trade of the day, down 104 on unleaded. And it's trying to push up through the 20 SMA. Looks like initially it's been rejected, but trying again. Unleaded, getting very close to money management. All right, we didn't quite get a crossover to green on the micro Russell, so no short trade. Long trade on the micro NQ though. That just bounced above the entry. I would call that a get in sync at this point. Too fast to execute. So if it stops out, it is an avoidable trade. Avoided trade. All right. Stop and reverse. That trade is actually filtered, but because this trade is not being tracked, the hybrid filter didn't kick in on soybeans. That should be that trade reversal would be filtered out by the trend mode indicator. So no short, no long there on soybeans, staying in the short. Micro Russell picking up a long trade. Needs 2 ticks. I think it needs 1 more to get there. Yeah, it's 5. And it's gotten there now. Break even on the micro Russell. Break even on the micro NQ. Target 1 on unleaded. 30 ticks. The target 1, that puts you down 74. Target 2 is 47 if we get there. And micro NQ looks like it's going to be another break even. I'm sorry, micro Russell. Yeah, micro Russell's another break even. Fails to get through 50 EMA. Micro NQ trying to push up to target 2. That would make it a winning trade. There it is, target 2. So that is a loss, 2 wins, and a break even. This is trade number 4. So we are still in the short on soybeans. The long trade that's printed there is not valid as a short or as a stop and reverse from the short because of the trend indicator being red. And we're in an add-on trade, so it's not being tracked. That's why the filter didn't operate as we would expect. All right, unleaded stops out at break even for target 2, so you're down 102. Target 1 traders down 72. Five plus minutes to 10 a.m. mini session. Inventory report not until 11 o'clock. Micro NQ trailing now, 530 and a quarter. We're looking for target 2 now. That's fixed target. Or target 3 rather. All right, we triggered another short on the soybeans chart, although we're still in the earlier, larger short. So we'll be able to kind of, this one's going to go money management, so we'll be able to pick up the trailer off of this once we hit money management. 535 and a half for the trailing stop on micro NQ, and that just went through target 3. So we'll move up to target 4. Potential short. Yeah, there's a short trade on the micro Russell. That was a little fast. That gave us time to get in though. So it definitely should be in this trade. And at money management now. 3 ticks. Yeah, I think you got 3. Yeah. 76 flat. Oops. Put the wrong line there. And that's a stop out. So that's another break even. Win. Break even, break even, break even. That one was too early. So yeah. 1 win, 3 break evens, 4 trades. And we stop out on a break even on the short side. So that was trade number 5 for a break even. 1 trade remaining on the micro NQ. Yeah, no crossover. We came together but didn't cross. Soybeans is still in the original short. Hanging right around the entry level again. Micro Russell is flat, micro NQ is flat, pound Aussie is flat, soybeans is short, unleaded is flat after just 2 trades. Crude waiting for 10 o'clock. And we know crude is in its 10 o'clock mini session. Bounce movement there on the micro NQ. No trades off of it. Micro Russell trying to push upward. Yeah, this is a crossover bar. So long trade is possibly imminent. There it is. 79.6. Slightly larger than the standard trade. That did trigger in. Lots of time to get in it. Let's see, target 1 is 1.5, so that's not going to have to be adjusted. But not big enough to move back into target 2. So target 3 is our objective. Soybeans testing the session low again. Micro Russell needing to get up and test the swing high. Get us break even. Long trade just triggered in. That's valid on the micro NQ. This is trade number 5. Money management on trade number 6 on the Micro Russell. This is the final trade of the day of the session on Micro Russell. This is our 6th trade. Crossover filter, keeping us out of the short on the pound Aussie. That has that trade filtered out. And then another break even. I'm sorry, that was just trade 5 on 1, 2, 3, 4 break evens, 5 trades. And they win, so it's a positive session. We've got 2 wins, a loss. To make that 2 wins, 2 losses, and a break even. Now trade number 6 is a short on the Micro NQ. And soybeans back to the entry. That seems to be our running plot on today's session. Soybeans is at the entry. Soybeans has basically gone sideways since got that entry. The 20 simple moving average is moving down to getting down to where the price is, so we'll see it go one way or the other here, most likely. And quickly down to target 2. Once it got going, it really got going. Looking for target 3. And stop now at 487 1/4. Final trade of the day. Trade number 6 is a short on the Micro Russell. And that goes to money management already. Down 3, but it definitely got there. Going through target 3, looking for target 4. On the Micro NQ. And we have a win to target 3 and target 4 on the Micro Russell to finish the session. And we have a win to target 4 on the Micro NQ. So this is our 3rd win on the Micro NQ. Oh, this one. Stop is all the way down to 461 1/4. Final position. Micro Russell stop at 76.6. Nothing on crude, nothing on unleaded. Testing the trend indicator, the 20 simple moving average on soybeans. Micro NQ pushing downward again. Trailer now down through target 4, 443.5. That's why they call this catapult. These look like they're flung out of a catapult. Both trades down through target 4. Final trades of the day on both charts. 73.1 on the micro Russell, 431 3/4 on the micro NQ. Trade's not even on the that chart window anymore on micro NQ. Crude and unleaded still flat. Micro Russell going through the session open. 72.6 now. Micro NQ stopping out. That ends the day, but that is a very nice trade to end the day on. Win number 3 against 2 losses and a break even. Oh, wait a minute. I better check that. So that was a loss. Yeah, that was a loss and get in sync. Win. That was not a trade. That was break even. So that's 1, 1, 1, and 1. Long trade is a win. 2, 1, and 1. That's a break even. 2, 2, 2, 1, and 2. Actually, so the loss is trade 6. So it's 2, 2, and 2. We don't get into that beautiful. That was trade number 7, unfortunately. We don't get into that. But this is trade 6 for Micro Russell, and that's doing nicely. 72.1 on the trailer. Actually, there's the crossover. You could treat this as a get in sync. I'll mark it up that way while we're here. Filtered by the crossover filter, but that filter's come off. That filter comes off with that magenta bar. Two positions on offering at target 2, 15 pips apiece. Our micro NQ is done. I'll bring unleaded back down here. So it's in place I will normally look for it. Micro Russell stops out. 72.1. Great. Second win opposite 4 break evens on the session. Positive session there. Yeah, probably a positive session on micro NQ. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 break evens. One of the wins was pretty solid, I think. At least target 3, and that'll get you to pretty close to even. Money management on the pound Aussie trade, target 2. 2 positions come off, 15 ticks apiece, 15 pips apiece. That's 30 of our 110. We're down 80. If we haven't got a trade by 10:30, I'm going to shut down the crude mini session with the inventory report coming up at 11 o'clock. I won't look to take a trade in that last half hour. Can the pound Aussie get down through the 50 EMA? Crude and unleaded both setting session lows. Bouncing up just off of those now. Target 3 is another 22 pips. Get us to 58. And soybeans back to its entry again. We had one excursion above the 20 SMA, but that didn't hold for a close on soybeans. We may see a down move. We still may see an up move. And Aussie's still hanging right there at the 50 EMA. So we have crude, unleaded, pound Aussie, and soybeans. Interesting. All three of our market indices are done. One and done this morning on the YM. 6 trades each on the micro Russell and the micro NQ. Tracking this pound Aussie trade manually as a get in sync. And at least temporarily rejected off the 50 EMA. Took quite a while to do that, so hopefully we'll come back down to it, test again. We got exhaustion dots, but nothing to give us a trade on either crude or unleaded. About to get exhaustion dots. There they are on crude. We already have them on unleaded, but neither one of them are where they can generate a setup. Both looking for long trades at this point. EUA is 932.7. There's exhaustion dots, but wasn't close enough. Then 27.1. Yep. Just over 4 pips away. 4 or 5 pips. So no long trade. Still in the short. No, actually we're not in the short. That stopped out on the break-even stop out at 48. Yeah, 948 with 3 positions remaining. So 3 pips. That puts us down 77. Very much a trending day on crude and unleaded. That's 2 trades each. Crude getting positive. Unleaded, however, is very much negative. 102 ticks from target 2 traders, 72 ticks for target 1 traders. Soybean sets a new session low. And I believe, yeah, it just hit money management on the active trade. That's going to put it at 41 3/4, but we're going to be 42 1/4 when we get to target 1. So we are still short with full risk on the soybeans trade. We're still in the original short. Long trade on not micro, on unleaded. See if it's going to have enough energy to get up through targets this time, through target 2 this time. Always dangerous time when you're in a trending market and get a counter trend trade. 88 tick, 44 tick risk. And a long trade on crude as well. Pound Aussie is flat. Crude and unleaded are long. I got in early enough that I'll stick with them. Got as low as 60.54 on crude. Be interesting to see what the inventory report does with this trend today. Soybean setting a new session low at 40.25. You need to get down to 39 flat or target one on our original trade. If crude doesn't trigger into this trade before 10:30, I would cancel it. YM and Micro Russell both moving up through session opens. Crude and unleaded with a pullback, pull up back to the upside. And you will see, still looks like it may be a pull back to the upside. Crude testing the 20 SMA and triggering the entry on the trade. So that is a valid, that's a valid long trade. Entry at 76. I didn't look at that. Yeah, 77. 78, I would have been where I would have put that entry after the second bar closed. So I would have that still out. Trying to hide behind the 20 SMA. Keep me out of that trade. All right, looks like we got down to 40 flat, 1040 flat on soybeans. And it looks like we got 78 in that trade, no matter how you slice it. All right, crude and unleaded pushing up. Unleaded hitting money management, I think. Money management at 33.32. Yeah, we definitely got money management and target one. So there's another 30 ticks for target one traders. That brings you down to where are we? 72. So it brings us down to 42. Target two again is 48. Moving up. Good, not quite making it to, looks like 88 for its money management. There is a stop move to 309 on unleaded. Entry must have been 306. So 3 ticks. Bring us to get us under 100 ticks. Target two traders. Crude is back down to the 78 adjusted entry. Okay, unleaded stops out after another two stop moves, it looks like. We got up to 314 from 306. That's 8. So we add 8 ticks to our 42, puts us at minus 34 for target 1. 16 ticks to target 2 traders from 102 is 92, 80, 86. And looks like we got money management. We just touched it on crude. Not going to take any more trades on unleaded. We're 24 minutes, less than 24 minutes in front of the crude report. Target is at 60.90. Got as high as 89, so 1 tick from target. That would make this a one and done session. It would certainly be a nice way to end the session. 88, 87. Not being cooperative. And we did stop out the subsequent short. Back to the original entry on soybeans again. And that's what we've been saying all morning. Target 1 traders actually did reasonably well. Get back to just 34 tick loss on unleaded. Target 2 traders still down 86. That's where it's going to end today after just 3 trades. 2 target 1 winners. Break even stop and a small partial for target 2. And I would say that's a stop out at 79. 2 ticks. At least it's going to be it's a positive session. So that's going to end both crude and unleaded. Soybeans is still short. one tick below the original entry. And pound Aussie is flat. 77 pips down after a short trade tracked manually. Picked up 33 after going down 110. All right, so we have 20 minutes before the crude report. Only found two charts that are still running are soybeans and the pound Aussie, neither one of which are going very fast. So I am going to call it a morning, give myself a couple extra minutes to get into the crude oil inventory report, and I'll be back approximately 5 minutes till 11 for the crude inventory report. The report will be at 11. We'll wait 2 minutes. Start looking for trades at 11:02. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you shortly. After that, it'll be a regular sessions next week, it looks like. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, regular 9:30 crude oil inventory report. Wednesday at 10:30. So we'll see everybody at the crude oil inventory report today, and beyond that, we'll see you next Tuesday.